Hey, what's up guys? For our workout today, we're gonna start things off with 1 minute of cardio of your choice. From there, we're gonna move into 4 minutes to do as many rounds as possible of the following. So we're gonna go through 20 mountain climbers. We're then gonna go through 5 reps on right and left of a side plank raise, and then finally into 10 toe touches. So we're gonna hit a lot of different angles with the body here, get everything nice and loose before we get into the hard stuff in the workout. The mountain climbers, we're gonna see a strong gymnastic style push-up position, so I'm nice and tight through the trunk there, and then from here running the legs back and forth. So you notice with this, what I'm not doing is jumping the butt up and down and moving my torso all over the place. I'm actually going to try and stay nice and tight, and it's just the legs going back and forth underneath me. So 20 reps there. We then move into the side plank raise. So with these, legs on top of each other, or if you feel like you need a little bit more stability, you can go kind of split like this. It's whatever feels comfortable for you. And from here, I'm going to raise and then lower. And I can also scale that if I need to knees back, raise, lower. So 5 on one side, 5 on the other. You'll notice with that I have a nice active shoulder as well. I'm not kind of slumping into that. I'm pressing the ground away. 5 on right, 5 on left. I then move to 10 toe touches. So I'm gonna go feet together. Nice big breath in, and then just coming down, touching the toes and back up again. So depending on how flexible you are, try to keep your back kind of flat-ish. Try and put the stretch more to the hamstrings. If you need to curve the back a little bit, that's okay. But if we can get a little bit more kind of hinge, get those hamstrings on, make up the rest of it with a little bit of curvature in the back there, that's totally fine. So 10 of those, and just put those 4 movements on cycle for 4 minutes, and that is your warm-up. Alrighty guys, for today's build workout, we're gonna be looking at all things rear chain. So we're looking at hamstrings, glutes, a little bit of low back as well. What we're gonna see is a 15-minute time frame, and we're gonna be working 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. So the movements we're gonna do, one of them is a slow Romanian deadlift, and we're gonna be doing that for 10 reps. And then we're also gonna go into as many single leg alternating glute bridges as we can in remaining time of that 2-minute block. So ideally what we want this to look like is that you take pretty much the entire first minute doing those RDLs, so make them nice and slow, get a lot of time and attention, and then the second minute is where you're gonna hit those max alternating glute bridges and fill out the rest of that 2-minute block, obviously following it up with a 1 minute's rest between the rounds. So with the Romanian deadlift, I'm gonna go nice and narrow with my stance, nice and upright to start, and I'm gonna start by kind of like bracing my abs and my butt and pushing my hips straight back. So a little bit of softness in the knees, get a good stretch on the hamstrings there, and then tensing that rear chain to stand back up again. So you can see the difference between this position, so it's very narrow, very high at the hips, and say a regular deadlift where there's a little bit more bend at the legs, stances are slightly more open, okay? This one's gonna be much more of a stretch on the hamstring. So narrow, high hips, just soft at the knees, okay? Really slow on there. Remember, soak up that whole first minute doing those for 10. And then we're gonna take the ground, feet close again. I'm gonna go toes off the floor this time, and I'm gonna drive my hips up using one leg and then the other. So I like to, when I'm doing this, I actually focus on this one, driving that knee as high up as I can. And that way I've got something that's gonna encourage me to push my hips up even higher. So it's like I'm reaching with that pointed knee. So 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. We're doing 15 minutes in total on that one, and that is your build workout.